the LGBTQ community have gathered here in Kwanabouhle in one of the main streets to march and protest against the hate crime they say they've been facing. But not to dwell too much into this, I'm joined by one of the human activist leader, Mbulelo. Mbulelo, just tell us specifically what's been happening within the Nelson Mandela Bay area and this minority group.
Generally, what has been happening here in Nelson Mandela Bay, there's been an influx of violence against LGBTIQ plus community. I mean, there are even cases that took place, 5 LGBTQ plus members in Nelson Mandela Bay within a period of a month have been brutally murdered. So the organizations like SABC, Social Inclusion, Out Wellbeing, Department of Social Development, Sibanye LGBTIQ plus, Department of Health and other various organizations have come together to make this call out and raise an awareness about the hate crime that is currently taking place in Nelson Mandela Bay. And this comes after just recently, well, there's been a bill that has been passed which is a hate crime, or let me call it like this, a prevention and combating of hate crime and hate speech. So we are trying to show that the communities that the bill is still standing despite of the challenges that the LGBTQ plus community members are facing here in Nelson Mandela Bay.
Mbulelo, a lot of people have come out. We've even seen some policemen and women dress up in the rainbow colors. They're here in support of this march. Does that mean we're getting a good response from police, from law enforcement to deal with such cases?
I think with that being said, as much as there are cases that are taking place even within the South African Police Service, that when they are dealing with the cases with regards to LGBTIQ plus, a case doesn't go any further precisely because they ain't well recorded. So to have a South African Police Service and other departments having to have such courage to come and support, it means a lot, because it's part and parcel of the Constitution that they should always embrace a sense of diversity in our communities. So with what is currently happening is something that is heartwarming. But with that, we just want to make it a call that the issue of hate crime in Nelson Mandela Bay has taken its toll on members of LGBTIQ plus, and we are calling for community members in full support and make it a point that we end this violence that is taking place, because especially now it's an unprecedented influx of violence. We've never seen anything close like this. There are cases in various places in Nelson Mandela Bay like this, but what happened just on September alone, it has been something that is bad. I mean, you look at here in Utnek, there are even cases of 2 LGBTIQ plus who were murdered, who were just coming out from a local Lenduka shipping, if I may put it like a tavern, and people were thinking they were being robbed, all to find out they were just targeting these only 2 people, despite of 100 people that were in there, that just wanted these 2 people. So you can tell this is a hate crime. It qualifies us to say it's a hate crime. Another guy from, his name is Xolisa from Lincoln, here in Nelson Mandela Bay, was also brutally murdered, and it's something that we are quite not well with it. Another guy who was asked to transport members whom we do not know, he was shot, and he was given names at that particular time, being called as an LGBT, like we gay, we move Dubla Lendo, and he was shot. So those things qualify us to say it's a hate crime, because it's based on these negative notations that they have about the LGBTQIA plus community.
Mbulelo, in saying that, what are we hoping this march will achieve? What are we hoping that other endeavors that this minority group can partake in, to combat this very bad issue that's happening here within this municipality?
We are just making a call that the LGBTI community is part of this community, is not isolated despite of the issues that are taking place, and it is within the rights of the LGBTQ plus, according to what you call chapter 2 on section 9, that we should not be discriminating anyone based on race, sexuality and gender. It's because we're a part of society. So we are calling to show that we are here and will continue to be here, and we are very welcoming also the support that we are getting from the community members. Otherwise, we are just saying please stop the hate towards LGBTIQ plus. It is not nice.
Mbulelo, thank you. That's just one of the human rights activists here within the Nelson Mandela Bay, just heeding the call to stop the violence, to stop the hate crime against this minority group. As he had mentioned before, there are multiple cases where crimes were committed members of this minority group were either robbed, murdered. I mean, terrible things have been happening within this municipality as of late as it is. So just to heed the call to stop the violence and to stop the hate crime.